Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We got another fun animated title for you today. As you can see, we've got this animated sort of burning text here, and that's guaranteed to get people's eyes on it if that's on your site. It'll work just as well on tablet and mobile. I hit my F12 key. Here it is on an iPhone. Let's have a look on a tablet. Fantastic. Of course, you could center align it or change it, anything you want on the different devices here. But as you can see, it's going to work perfectly on all devices here. Let's get out of our inspector here. And we'll get this done. Let's enable the Visual Builder. Okay, once enabled, I'm going to go down. And we're going to get rid of this. Okay, I've got a section here, the blue tab. Inside, I've got a single column in my row here, the green tab. I'm going to hit the little dot button. I'm going to use a heading module for this today. Here we go. Write what you want up here. Barely see it up there. I'll quickly turn it to white so you can actually see it. There we go. Okay, once you've got your text in, you may want to link it to somewhere. You can either link the whole section, you can link the row, or you can link the text itself if you want to link the text. Hit the link down here, put the link in there. Always best practice. If you're linking to your own site, leave it in the same window there. If you're linking off-site, open it in a new tab. That's great. As I say, you can just go into the row. If you want to link the row, link's always under content there. Just put your link in there. Or if you want the whole section to be a link to take somebody somewhere, just click on the blue tab up here. And you know where the link's going to be, right under content there. Great. Well, let's style this. I'm going to go back into my text module. Now, I found that a block text tends to work better for this, but do experiment. Divi's got all kind of fonts. And if we just hit the paintbrush, it'll take you to the styling for our header. It's by default an H1, which should be your main heading title for your page. I'm going to make mine a H2 because it's really not the page heading. Font I'm going to use is Anton, which is kind of blocky. Works for me. Like I say, Divi's got all kind of fonts. To audition one, just roll over it. It'll give you an example. I'm going to use my Anton. It's up here. Reason it is up here, this is my recently used fonts. Perfect. I'm going to make mine capital. I'm going to make it a lot bigger. I'm going to pop it in the middle. I didn't pop my last one in the middle, but I think this will work center aligned quite nicely. Now, I want this very big. I think I use 150. We may need to reduce this down in a minute where we add our text shadow. Yeah, it's a little bit too big for our row there. What about 140? There we go. I want mine on desktop to be all on one line just like this. And if you want it on one line on tablet and mobile, you can simply hit the little mobile phone type icon here. If you don't see it, just hover over the writing and it will appear. And you can have separate values for tablet and mobile by clicking on these tabs and just putting in a different value. I'm going to leave mine just like that on all devices. Great. Okay, well, let's add our little fiery effect. Now, I find this works better on dark text, but I'll leave it white for the moment so you can still see it and see what's going on here. So let's go over to our advanced for this. I'm going to go into my custom CSS. We're going to create an animation, but we will just want to select our header here, this module itself. To do that, we need to write selector, selector. Then we can open and close some curly brackets. Inside, we can tell it what we want to do. Well, I want to create an animation. I'll give it a name. Let's call it flameGlow, maybe. F-L-A-M-E, capital G-L-O-W. Call yours what you want. It wants to be unique, though. I'm going to have mine rolling pretty quickly, perhaps for 1 second, 1S. I want it to keep rolling, so I'm going to say infinite. So it keeps going and going and going. I want it to alternate between my colors that I've got going on here, or at least that I will have in a minute when I put them in. I want it to ease in, out. That'll sort of fade it in, fade it out. Great. Well, now we've told it we want it to run an animation called flameGlow. We need to create that animation. And we're going to use keyframes just like we did in our last couple. So it's at keyframes, Keyframes. Then the name we gave it, which was flameGlow. Then we could open and close some more curly brackets here, decide what we want to do with it. Well, I want to add some text shadow. I'm going to split it up 0%, 25%, 50%. So it's going to be sort of quarter second, half second, 3/4 of a second, and a whole second. We'll have different variations of our shades of red and orange in there. So I'm going to write 0%, 0, and the percent sign. We'll open and close some more curly brackets. I'm going to add some text shadow, TXT-shadow. I want it to be 0 along, 0 up and down. And initially, I'm going to give the first one 10 pick spread. And I've got variables that this is going to alternate with. And because we're alternating, I need to add an alternation in here. So before my ease in and ease out, I'm going to put a space after my infinite. I'm going to say alternate. Great. Now when I've decided what shade of red I want this one to be, I can put a comma after it and add a couple of different colors for it to alternate between. Now I've got mine all typed out over here in my little text editor that I was playing with earlier to get these colors. So rather than sit here and type this all out for you, I'm just going to copy my first one, 0%. Here's the first color, which as you saw earlier was a sort of reddy orange. Puts the color in there for you. Then after your first color, you put a comma. And I've added 2 more colors to each of mine. And you just comma separate them. We've got a comma there and a comma there. And then we're going to continue on and do the same thing. As you can see, that started flashing that little bit of text shadow in there already, which is great. And I'm going to do the same thing, as I said, for quarter, half, 3/4, and a total second. And again, rather than writing it all out here and making you watch me, I'm just going to copy it from here. Control C. And I'm going to paste it underneath. Fantastic. There's our 0%, 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%. And here are the colors we've got going on. Like I say, different shades of red, orange, and yellow. Do experiment with them. You can click on to see the color. Change your shades for whatever you've got going on here. Now that seems to work for me. I like that quite a lot, but I think it works better on a dark text, but that's just me. So if you want to change it to dark, I'm sure you know how to do that already. We're in the heading module. Just hit the little paintbrush associated with it. We'll roll down and we'll make it dark. Perfect. To me, that kind of looks like that writing's on fire there. So let's save our changes. If you want to check it on tablet and mobile, you can do before we leave. I'm going to hit the little purple button. Hit the little tablet view icon here to look at it on tablet. That's fine. If you wanted to have it straight, like I say, you can reduce it down and have different versions on tablet and mobile very easily. And on mobile, let's roll back up to the top. There it is. Perfect. Like I say, that's going to get people's attention pretty quickly if it's going on. And if you add a link, as you can see, this has got a link on it. You can take people wherever you want. Perfect. Let's make sure this is all going to work on the front end. I'm going to save my draft. I'm going to exit my visual builder. And there we have it. So there is how to create an animated fire type text using the Divi theme. A little bit of coding going on, but as usual, I'll put all that code down below the video. Anybody who wants to copy and paste it, please do. Adjust it to your taste. Of course, I had mine running for 1 second. If you want to slow it down, give it a higher value, such as 2 or 3 seconds. And you can do point variables as well if you want, 1.5, 2 seconds, whatever you need. And do change those colors, especially if you've not got a dark background. Play with those colors, get the effect that you want. So once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them down below. I'll do my best to answer them for you, or make a little demo video just like this one. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.